Hi! ATS has officially announced the Fury of the Spriggan event. This one is one that we already knew about, but it's coming with some extra rewards that we didn't know about yet, that we couldn't figure out beforehand how it all fits together, but now we have an explanation. So this event will be going from the 24th of May to the 13th of June, so it's effectively starting next week, and it's not going to be quite as long as the springtime event. The locations where it can take place are in Brightwood, Ebonscale Reach, Eden Grove, Morningdale and Brimstone Sands. You have to construct flame braziers first in order to activate this, and this requires you to have a flame core per brazier, and each of these areas has 3 braziers. Now let's look at the rewards, starting with the completion rewards. You have a 50% chance of rolling a level appropriate procedural weapon or armor piece, not that great in itself, guaranteed to be rare or above, but yeah, probably not that high of a chance to roll legendary anyways. Along with that, you have a 30% chance of rolling an item from the global named list. This list has some good items and also many bad ones, so that's just RNG in itself. And then a 20% chance of rolling an item from the Spriggan Arena named list. For reference, that's these kind of items here. You can see they all have Angry Earthbane along with some other perks. Most of them aren't particularly effective overall, but they are at least some items that you cannot get anywhere else. Additional guaranteed spoils also include a roll for various container resources, a roll for level appropriate consumables, health and mana potion and so on, and 1 obsidian gypsum. Of those you can get a maximum of 3 per day. But then on top of that you can also get daily bonus rewards which reset at 5 AM local time. So the limited daily rewards can only be gained 3 times per day. The first one of them is the event-only Mossborn weapon, which will have a weapon-appropriate attribute, plus an empty gem slot, plus the Angry Earth Bane perk. And it seems like beyond that, the perks are not locked in any way, so it may be different from the Mossborn weapons that we have in the game at the moment and just probably have the same visuals, which is a pretty cool-looking set, to be honest. So if you get that with good perks, that would be nice in 2 ways. And likewise, you can get a Mossborn armor piece as well, which would also have the appropriate attribute, plus an empty gem slot and Angry Earth ward perk. You also get 250 ammo shards and 3 to 5 flame cores. So you can get 9 to 15 flame cores per day, which means that you can easily use enough of those for the activation of the event and maybe get some extra ones as well. And that's assuming you're the only one activating the braziers. On top of that, you get a roll with a 33% chance of rolling 1 of 12 selected perk resources. The data that New World Database currently has on this seems to not be quite in line with the actual rewards we'll be getting, and some things aren't really connected yet, so that list is way longer in terms of perk resources, so I'm guessing they must have cleaned that up since, and we'll see less of those, which is good, so it's probably going to be actual useful ones. There's also a 25% chance of rolling 1 of 6 exclusive named items. I will link you my video that I made on this right here, so you can check that out for yourself if you're interested in the name items. There are at least 2 that I would say are reasonably good and interesting for some players. You also have a 5% chance of rolling a timeless shard. What I'm not sure about if this is just once per day or also 3 times per day, because it says you can get that special cache, which technically seems like it would be the same cache as where the other rewards are from. But maybe you can get these parts at the bottom here only once per day. I'm not quite sure. And then on top of that, you also get a roll with a 2% chance of getting the Spriggan Flame Brazier housing item. And this percentage chance increases slightly after each roll. So the more you do this event, the more likely it will be that you get it eventually. I guess they're testing a slightly different RNG system this time and see how that works in comparison. Interestingly enough, the PTR version of this was actually a schematic that wasn't linked to anything, whereas now it seems like you can get the brazier directly, unless they forgot to mention that it will be a schematic. We'll find out. It would be cool to actually get a schematic for once and not just the item itself. Overall, this event should definitely be worth doing, especially if you're interested in any form of Angry Earth gear, because you have a pretty good chance to get something good out of that, especially stuff with ward and refreshing. I think should be fairly easy to get, so that is something to look forward to, and that's something useful to do, especially if the Sandworm ends up being Angry Earth. We still don't know that. It could be Angry Earth, it could be Beast, but to me it still indicates that it might be Angry Earth based on this event being placed right before the Sandworm will be the next big thing, so we'll find out. And this is only the first of 2 videos today. Shirking Fortification versus Elemental Aversion Light Edition is ready. It's coming out in a couple of hours. So if you want to see that and you are not subscribed yet, you should absolutely change that, because that's going to be one big project that you don't want to miss. Thanks to my patrons for supporting my channel, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next video later. SLOTH out.